All right, apparently Caris LeVert is supposed to return or he's injured. Tonight his status is up in the air versus the Houston Rockets with a knee injury. And this is one of the concerns that a lot of people had about Caris LeVert was his durability. So for the most part, maybe he had a knee injury going into the game. So that was the problem with Jaden Ivey. But I'm going to expand on that a little bit more. Check out the Trey Pistons Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, the whole nine. But that was the issue because you say, okay, you have Malik Beasley, which we see what's going on with him. Will he be clear? Will they put him as part of the indictment? We don't know, right? But that's the thing about it with Malik Beasley. He was getting 82 games. Tim Hardaway, he was playing. Tobias Harris was doing his thing, right? So now you look at it, you say, okay, we got Jaden Ivey back. We can get rid of Tim Hardaway. We got Caris LeVert. Okay, just in case we don't get Beasley back. Who knows? Probably not. Jaden Ivey, down for at least 4 weeks. He get reevaluated for the knee injury. Caris LeVert got a knee injury. So right then and there, two guys you was counting on to score and to shoot is gone. They gone. So you got Duncan Robinson who can shoot the ball. So it was just like you hitched your wagon. You tried it. We was talking about getting Malik Monk and those type of guys. And I think at this point, what you're probably going to gather if you don't bring Beasley back is that we're probably going to be monitoring, Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I think you know exactly what you need. You're probably looking at Sacramento, Utah, teams like that because you like, okay, we need a scorer. You need a primary scorer. You don't want really Cade to be your primary scorer. You want him to do everything. And when he has to be the primary scorer, you allow him to be the primary scorer, but you need a guy that can just flat out get buckets. And, you look at a guy like DeMar DeRozan, you look at a guy like Zach LaVine, then you say, hey, man, right now, Jalen Duren is he leaving a lot to be desired. He young, but I didn't pick him. You look at guys like Walker Kessler. You look at guys like Domantas Sabonis. Look at another scorer like Lauri Markkanen. So, I think at some point, Ivy, Duren, Tobias are probably all going to be gone. And I think also what you figured out is Asar Thompson is just never going to be an offensive weapon. I think he's going to be like your junkyard dog. And that's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to be a guy that can defend, hustle, slack. He's never going to develop an offensive game. But Ron Hollins is showing a lot of promise. And we've seen it in Summer League. And you see it in the G League. People say, well, how was he scoring? He's just an elite finisher at the basket. And not just over the rim. What he can do with the ball in his hand and finish, that's the thing about it. And what he's doing, shooting the ball, and he's improving. That's probably going to be your guy. But now when you look around Cade, and you be like, well, we got Cade, and we probably believe in Ron, right now. Other than that, really when you look, that's it. That's it, because right now they didn't pay Duren. Ivy, they didn't pay him. He can't stay healthy. Asar Thompson is just going to be a good glue guy, look like, because he ain't going to never develop offensively. It don't look like him Morris, brother. Then you look at Tobias. He wasn't supposed to be here. He was supposed to be here for a good time, not a long time. So you're going to see, I think, Terajan Langdon is going to do some things to this roster. And I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a turnover, I think you're going to see a Sabonis or Walker Kessler or another big fella in there. If Milwaukee don't pick it up, you may see the guy they really wanted, Miles Turner, in there. You may turn around and see Lauri Markkanen in there. You may see them turn around and get a Zach LaVine. It's going to change. So I think that's what you're going to see. But as of right now, it's just like, with Caris LeVert, it's like, bro, like if he can stay healthy, he probably would be a perennial all-star, but he can't stay healthy. He can defend, he can shoot, he's more of a scorer, he can score, he can finish. He's a phenomenal player. Run a little point for you if you need to, but it's just to the point, durability. And this has got to be one of the more, issues, man. These athletes they got today, just not durable, So with him setback, Ivy setback, I mean, we knew this was a possibility. Ivy coming off the leg injury. We knew it could be setbacks. We knew Caris LeVert is going to miss about 20 to 30 games. You know what I'm saying? We knew that. So you'd hope that probably Beasley was clear. But right now, I think they understand what direction they want to go in. I'm really guaranteeing it that they going to figure out they done. They gonna figure out they done. I promise you. They gonna figure out they done. They gonna figure out they done. They done with some of these guys, and it's up to Durn. I like what I seen from him offensively, more aggressive. It's up to him if he gonna stick around or not. So, but yeah, it's up to him whether he gonna stick around or not. So that'll be an interesting fact. But that'll be up to him. So, but yeah, it should be interesting with Caris. But right now, two guys you was counting on for a lot of shooting and a lot of scoring. You ain't gonna be getting that. You may not be getting it from it. But last season they got off to a slow start. Tim, Tobias, I think Beasley was pretty hot from the beginning, but some of them vets got off to a slow start. But you coming off of the summer and you already got knee surgery, knee soreness. I'm talking about Caris LeVert. It's over with. With Ivy, you expect some type of setback coming off that injury, but with Caris LeVert, man, these guys are coming into the season injured, which is beyond me. What are you doing in the offseason? They're coming into the season injured. They coming into the season broken up. They coming into the season with these injuries, and it's just like, bro, what is going on? You ain't even played 10 games. You already hurt. But we knew that was the expectation. We know he gonna miss about 20, 30 games. That's just the expectation. But I think looking at this early, I think he gonna see Trajan Lane and really put his imprint on his team. And I think the only guys that's gonna be off limit is Cade, honestly, Ron, Asar, and Isaiah Stewart. I think anybody else, they can be gone from this roster. And I expect at some point to see a turnover. I think they believe in the guys, but I think Ivy, I just don't think they believe in Jalen Durn. That's what I will say. I think Ivy is finished. I think they don't like Durn. They rather have somebody shoot it. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But Caris LeVert, man, you just hope to have him in the playoffs to be healthy. But the NBA, they got a durability issue. But we'll see what happens, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch. Like I said, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. There's a bunch of stuff in there, man. But having Caris LeVert injured already, that's wild to me. That's super duper wild. But it is what it is. Opportunity for guys like Sasser, the kid from Tennessee, the other guard they got to step up and snag those roles. So it's up to them, man. But I appreciate y'all. Peace.